Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you, ma'am. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What is your name? You have put humming space.
My name is Saraswati.
All right. Okay. So how come you put this as your ID?
This is my YouTube channel name.
All right. The name of your YouTube channel. All right. Okay. So what is it about your YouTube?
I upload conversational videos. Earlier, I was uploading short videos related to grammar course and tools.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the conversation you have here with tutors, is it?
Tutors along with that co-learners too.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great. And is it helping people?
Yes, it is helping because as when I take sessions like on English Yaari, so when you people give me feedback, so the when anyone watch my video, so they do not repeat the same mistakes which I do.
All right. Okay. Great.
Yes,
That's a very selfless act, actually. Saraswati, right?
yes.
Okay, great. I think first session with me. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, as I told, my name is Saraswati. I hail from Uttar Pradesh, but currently I reside in Mumbai.
Mm,
As for my education, I have graduated in Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Education.
mm,
After which I also completed web designing course and worked for 15 years on one particular software which is Photoshop.
mm.
During pandemic, I quit my job. Currently, I am a homemaker. Yeah, that is all about me.
All right, great.
Uh,
You're educated so much and you are at home is a wonder. Normally, nobody restricts themselves to becoming a homemaker. They would rather go out and work or do something, by way
yeah,
of earning. So,
yeah.
anyway, great. Now, have you self identified your problems with English and have you progressed?
I think I am progressing day by day as I'm taking sessions last 6 months.
Mm,
I have been taking sessions, so every day I'm improving. Yes, and I do whatever the suggestions I get as advice. I start, and now I'm reading more. Earlier I was not reading, but
yeah.
I think last 3 or 2 months I am very consistent with reading.
Mm,
Yes,
okay, great. So, has reading helped you?
I think yes, it's very helpful.
Okay, great. Because it does help. Reading is
Yes,
the major part of actually learning a language, especially if you have known the language, like from school days, you know it.
yes,
So yeah, so that's what it's very helpful that way, and I'm really grateful that you are reading. That is the first step. All right,
yes,
great.
yeah.
Okay,
Ma'am,
and
will we, before going ahead, will you please introduce yourself also?
yes, I will. And I wanted to correct you. Just to open the chat box because the more further I move away, you might forget.
Education, English. Yes, yes.
So, do you know what I am coming to? What I'm going to say?
Yes, yes. She
Yeah.
said education,
Yes. Yes.
English. Yeah.
Session, that transition is not happening, Saraswati. You need to
Yes.
focus on that. You need to make a deliberate correction, all right? A deliberate, conscious correction. Now, you need to do this at least maybe 4 or 5 times. And once you do that, what happens is automatically the next time you will not commit the mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do the advice that you gave me. See, that was what I was trying to correct you earlier,
Yes,
and you
yes.
kept talking. Not I do the advice, it is I take the advice. All right. I take the
Mm-hmm.
advice or feedback given by tutors.
Okay.
Now, here it is the transition from sir to sh session, k to shun, because education, and English, that sh is not coming out correctly. What is your mother tongue actually, Saraswati?
My mother tongue is Hindi.
Huh. So there is sh and sh, two shs are there in Hindi.
Yes,
That sh
yes.
is what is needed here. All right,
Yes.
say should.
Yeah.
Try saying it.
Session.
No. Say
Say.
shun.
Shun.
Okay. Education.
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 English.
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 Great.
Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Hazel. I've been teaching English language and literature for 16 years in regular institutions and 4 years online. That's a collected 20 years of experience. And over these years, I've gathered a lot of tips and tricks with which I can help you. I'm a mother of two children. Currently, I'm residing in my hometown, which is in Kerala, and I've got lots of hobbies. I'm a painter. I do acrylic and oil on canvas. I do fabric painting, glass painting. I'm also into clay modeling. And these days, I'm doing what is known as mixed media art, where you mix painting and clay modeling also into
Mhm.
it. And the end result is when you frame the painting, it looks as if it is popping off of the wall at you. It gives a three-dimensional effect.
Oh,
I've also learned to resin my work. Resin is slightly expensive as a hobby, but it's very satisfying. I'm an avid reader. I read as much as I can when I get time. I am also a writer. I compose poems. I've got my own blog. Currently, I'm working on a collection of short story and novel. And I'm also musically inclined. I play three instruments and I sing as well. So that's all
oh,
about.
that's lovely. Yes. Means you are multi-talented person.
Yes, I'm a multi-talented person. You can call it, but I just think it's just that, the extracurricular activities that we had in school, I nurtured it and continued with it. Because when you are working or when you are, ahead in life, you will need a small space for yourself that
Yes.
preserves yourself, right? So that's very
Yes.
important. All right, Saraswati, what do we have for today?
Mm.
Just open your session notes.
Let's ask questions.
Yes. So, curiosity, another term for asking questions, right?
Yeah.
Curiosity, inquisitive. Can you repeat those words? Curiosity,
Curiosity,
inquisitive.
inquisitive,
Both are same. All right. To the
synonyms.
yeah, it's synonyms. I'm just trying to get the eagerness to know
Okay.
something
Oh,
means the
yes.
eagerness to know something. All right. Asking questions is the first way to begin change. How far do you agree with this statement? And why is it important to ask questions?
Uh, First of all, if we ask questions, so we can clear our doubts,
Hmm,
and asking question is a good way to means break the ice. Like we can start to communicate with people. And another thing, if we ask question to someone, so we can know the things are we can clear all our doubts.
great. To gather information and to confirm something, we
Yes.
ask questions. All right.
Yes.
So to gather information, where is the coffee shop? Where did you get buy this book from? These are
Yes.
questions to gather information. And for
Yes.
confirmation, you did book the ticket yesterday, didn't you? It is to
Mm-hmm.
confirm, right?
Yes.
So basically, questions are asked for this. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you could ask one question to the following people, what would be the question? The person could be alive, the person could be dead, whichever. Suppose you want to ask a question to your parents, what would it be?
Parents. So I can ask him, what is the one thing you dream of achieving when you was of my age?
What is, sorry, once again?
What is one thing you dreamed of
No.
achieving when you was of my age?
When you were of my age.
You were, yes, you were of my age.
My age, great. And
Yeah.
are your parents still with you?
Yes, my father is there, but my mother passed away 8 years ago.
All right, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's a good question. Now, if you had to ask any of your grandparents a question, what would it be?
Grandparent. Um, I could ask uh, uh, my grandparent
Hmm.
if you could share one lesson
Hmm.
with me
Hmm.
that you learned
Hmm.
through hardship. So, what it would be?
Great, great question to ask grandparents. They would have lots of experience. They would have lots of, incidents also to share. You're absolutely
Yes,
right. Okay, now it's not share, it's share.
share.
Saraswati, pronunciation is important because the communication should be smooth. So the listener should understand what you're saying. And if your
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation is wrong, they might misinterpret you or they
Mm-hmm.
might misunderstand you. That's why you have to focus on pronunciation. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had a question for your neighbor, what would it
Mm-hmm.
be?
Never. It's very difficult. What question? I can ask him. Suppose what is something important to you about our community, our neighborhood?
Hmm. What do you think would be the answer?
Uh,
No idea.
yes, no idea.
All right. Oh, suppose you wanted to ask a question to the principal of your school, what would it be?
If I so I can ask him what if you could make one
Hmm.
lasting child means change in your school
Hmm.
that would be benefit that would be beneficial for children even after their means completing their education.
Hmm.
So what it would be?
What would it be?
What would it be?
So after the WH question, a verb must come. Like, what is your name? What is
Yes,
WH question word? And is the helping verb, and then the subject and the question
yeah,
mark. So that's the pattern of the question. Okay,
yes.
always. Suppose you wanted to ask a question to your ancestors, what would it?
Ancestor. Uh, I can ask them what were your means traditions, values,
Hmm.
and why we should follow
Hmm.
us.
Why we should follow us?
No, why we should follow these traditions and values.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm sure you'll get a good answer. In those times, certain things were absolutely important. Now things have changed. If you follow it to the T, people might even make fun of you. Don't you think so?
Yes.
I know. And have you seen now? You're Saraswati. You're on the YouTube, and you must be watching a lot of YouTubes also. Have you seen any weird interviews that blew your mind away?
And do your mind away.
Hmm.
Mm, what is the meaning of your mind away?
Means surprised, and you were amazed by it.
Mm,
Blow
no,
one's mind is to be amazed. Blow one's mind is to be amazed.
amazed. Yes, I means watched on YouTube many videos, and I think one or two times I really got surprised after listening or after watching that video.
Could you share it with us?
Yes, because I am a little bit spiritual type of person, so I follow means Sivani D. So when first time I was listening her, and the way she was talking, and she was talking about our happiness and how we means as a human being,
Hmm.
how we should treat.
mm,
and how we should react on
mm,
the any means how we should react on any situation or any, suppose if someone asks us some question or someone means become angry on us, so
mm,
what type of means um, reaction we should have. So
mm,
after listening that, I really got surprised the
mm,
way she was answering. How means in from within how we should be very cool and patient
mm,
and be happy all the times in a think in a always in positive way.
mm.
The way she was expressing, I listened her first time, so I really got surprised.
I listened to her for the first time, so I was surprised. What do you
Yeah.
think interviewers should keep in their mind before asking questions?
Before asking question, they suppose if we go for an interview like for job purpose, so they ask question not only our academic knowledge, they want to judge how we give answer,
Mm,
the way how means how we react on the question,
mm.
what is our body language at that time. They observe lot many things.
No, what should they keep in their mind before asking questions? Means what should they consider?
Uh, no no idea.
All right, they can, like when you are interviewing a person, first of all, ask questions which are relevant
Yes,
to the topic.
yes, yes.
Yes, and other than that, they should also be comprehensible. The question should be easily understood by the listener. Do not
Mm,
try to complicate it because already during an interview, the interviewee, the person who is being interviewed, will be a little nervous. So we need to
mm,
calm them down and make them comfortable. Only then we can get valuable answers. So you should keep
yes.
in mind that we suit the person and ask, start with an icebreaker and then go to the topic. Other than
Mm,
the topic, if it's a job interview, you might want to ask about their hobbies and what they are, because it tells a lot about a person, right?
yes.
Yeah, and also um, there should be questions which they can, and there should be two, three levels of questions. One should be easy, moderate, intermediate, and then there should be advanced level of difficulty should be increased because we do not know the level of intelligence of the interviewee. So it should be challenging to them as well. It can also
Mm,
help you to understand where they stand also. All right. And if it's a general interview, you might want to take into consideration the questions that other people or the viewers have,
mm,
or the questions they might have in their mind to be cleared. Right?
yes.
So this is something. Okay. What do you think asking question? Why? Where do you think asking questions is important? Where people quiet? Where people keep quiet?
Keep quiet. Yes, if people is quiet, so we can ask question to
Make them talk.
yes, to make to feel them comfortable, to make them comfortable.
Hmm. Okay. What do you think about this culture of asking questions publicly on social media platforms?
This is now a trend to ask question publicly,
Okay.
and yes, it is. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's not good to
Hmm.
any question asked in public.
Hmm. It
Yeah,
should be, yeah, because some of the questions can be embarrassing.
embarrassing. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think things will change if people start asking questions to higher authorities?
Mm, yes, if people ask questions to higher authorities, so definitely things can change because if anyone asks question
Hmm.
with high authorities,
Hmm.
so front of people will also means feel comfortable and can open means uh, give answer in a what we say
Hmm.
means he will also comfortable and give answer easily.
Okay. All right. Great. So there is a story here. I do not know if you've got time to fill it, but it looks nice. Can you read it?
Yes, storytelling activity and the
Yes.
story. This one, no?
Yes.
Yes. Asking questions seems to drive creativity. It cultivates an open mind. The questions we ask lead us to new knowledge.
Hmm.
Questions drive us to answers we never thought to consider until we ask the questions. Of course, one can't simply ask questions after questions without giving any thought to answers.
Hmm.
Such a method seems insincere in the question asking, but rather questions lead naturally to a consideration of answers, which lead to more questions, which lead to more answers, which lead to more questions. The two move back and forth like a lumberjack saw,
Lumberjack.
lumberjack saw at an old oak tree, sawing through the rings with each back and forth motion until we reach the core. Not all the questions may be worth exploring, but for every dozen, there's a golden one that causes us to wonder. The question moves us into an idea or answer we hadn't yet explored. The golden questions cuts through several rings at once. It takes a bit of
Meandering.
meandering until we find a
Not
question.
not mandering. It's meandering.
Meandering
Yes.
until we find the question. But once found, it holds us with wonder.
Great. Can we look at the meanings? Cultivate. What does it mean?
Cultivate means to prepare.
Great. And what's the example sentence?
It is important to cultivate the habit of reading.
Yes. Now you can form a sentence.
Uh, to cultivate a new habit is a good thing.
Great. See? Now, next one.
Uh, lumberjack,
Mm,
a person who cuts tree.
mm,
Example,
mm.
the prince disguised as a lumberjack.
Great. Do you think you can frame a sentence?
Mm, when I was going through the forest, I saw a lumberjack who was cutting the trees.
Great. Look at the last word, meander.
Meander,
Mm,
meaning a winding curve shape of yes.
mm.
Example, the river meanders across three cities.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I did not get the meaning still.
Me- uh,
Meander.
Saraswati, have you gone to any hill stations? You must have
Mm,
heard of hairpin curves when you're going to a higher location or altitude, and the car will have to go in winding
yes,
roads.
yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that is it.
Mm.
That's the curve.
Okay, that is called meander.
Meander,
Mhm.
meandering. It says S-shaped curve, means very steep curves.
Yes.
Okay. So we've come to the end of the session. Did you enjoy the session, Saraswati?
Yes, yes, I enjoyed the session.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you like about the session?
As you focused on my pronunciation,
Hmm.
I already when I take sessions with other tutors, so also they means focus on these things, but you focus more.
Hmm.
And even I started practicing on these, like working on these areas, but still at the time in the flow I do mistake.
Hmm.
And
I
when I
not I do mistake, I commit mistakes.
commit mistake, okay, I commit mistake, yeah.
Okay.
But I try my best to avoid these, yeah.
Your grammatical structuring also was corrected. Please keep those in mind when you watch the recording. All right.
Yes,
And
yes.
incorporate the changes. Continue reading. Which book are you reading at the moment?
Ma'am, I do not read books, I read newspaper only. And along with that, I read my daughter's book. She is in sixth grade,
Uh,
and I read her books when because I teach her from since her childhood. So I read her books only.
Hmm. All right. I suggest you take a book, an English novel story by Ruskin Bond or Sudha Murthy, Kushwant Singh, R.K. Narayan, or Tagore, any one of these authors. Get a
Uh-huh.
book and please read 2 pages every day for 10 minutes. Newspaper will not help you so much as a book, a novel, or a fiction will help you. All right. So
Okay.
your sentence structuring will become clearer. You will learn new words also. Just 2 pages a day is enough.
Yes, yes, sure, I will do.
Okay. So I'll
Yeah.
see you very soon in another session till we
Yeah,
meet
sure,
again.
sure. Yeah.
God bless and bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.